To start everything off, I always use a concealer or an eye primer. This is MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW25. I'm using a concealer brush and I'm just applying this all over the eyelid and a little bit above to cover uneven skin tone, and then it also helps make the eyeshadow stand out a lot more. Then I'm going to use the Lorac palette, and the shade I'm going to use is Mauve. I'm going to use my favorite Morphe brush. It's just a fluffy brush. This is going to be dusted into the crease area, going a little bit above and a little bit below. I only go about midway to my eye, and as always, as soon as I run out of product on the brush, I just continue to sweep back and forth, spreading the product around, making sure there's no harsh lines and making sure everything looks well blended. Next, I'm going to use Anastasia's Self-Made palette. I'm using that deep purple. I'm also using the brush that comes with it. For this purple color, I'm going to use the smaller end. And for this shade, I'm going to focus mostly in the crease of my eye. This is very pigmented and a lot brighter than I thought it was going to be. I actually was second guessing my choice in color when I first started applying this. So I'm very carefully just pushing that into the crease and down onto the eyelid, going about midway, taking my time and making sure everything is blended. I'm also going to keep this color mostly on the outside of my eye, and that's where I'm going to keep it the heaviest. I am going down to my lash line and, like I said, the rest of the eyelid and into the crease, trying not to go too far above the crease, and then just blending everything out. Then I'm taking the other side of that same brush with no makeup on it at all, and I'm just going over the eyeshadow that I applied, trying to kind of buff everything out and make everything look a little more smooth, and taking off any of the excess makeup. Then I'm going to use a Morphe palette. It is 35W. I'm also going to use a crease brush by Younique, and I'm using that deep purple color that was towards the bottom of it. And this, I'm just going to focus on the outer corner of my eye, kind of making it into a V line just to darken that very bright purple that I put on before. And then just blending whatever's left over on the brush more towards the center of my eye. Then I'm going to use Younique's Splurge Cream Eyeshadow, and I will list what shade this is in the description. And it also comes with a cream shadow brush by Younique. This I'm going to focus mostly on the inner corner of my eye and just slowly bringing it back to blend in with the colors that are already on my eyelid. I'm also going to keep this underneath the crease, and I'm really taking my time to make sure that this shade stops right at the crease area. Then I'm just going to go back in with that Morphe color that I used last and just go over that line a little bit so it doesn't look so harsh. Going back with that same Morphe palette, I'm using that peachy color and using this as a highlight in the brow bone. The brush I'm using is a brush that's just very similar to Younique's Deluxe brush. It's just a little bit fluffier, and then I blend that in with the rest. Then I'm going to use Maybelline gel liner and use an angled brush with this. All I'm doing is lining my top lash line, and then I also line underneath the lower lash line. I went ahead and did the rest of my makeup on the other eye and added some eyeliner and some false lashes. The false lashes are from Ardell, and this is the final look up close and at a few different angles. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it.